everyone. So in this video, I want to talk about a vocational training opportunity that you have in Estonia, in a county in Estonia called Valgama. So Valgama is one of the counties in Estonia, is in the southern part of Estonia as a country. All right. So that's just the brief history of it. So let's go straight to this opportunity that we have there, Valgama vocational studies. All right, so it says admissions for this study group. You have the reception of documents for this logistics level 5 international study group starts on the 8th May. All right, so that started already, and you can start making your application. The student candidates must submit all the required documents and approvals to the admission committee via their email address that you can find here. All right, that is highlighted red. Travel documents you need to have your passport. Of course, if you're going to another country, you need to have your passport that should be valid for at least for 2 years. Should be valid for 2 years. And you also need, that's from 2023 to 2025. All right, so you also need a medical insurance policy. All right, so for that, if you're from Nigeria, okay, you can actually try Alliance Insurance, or you can try AXA Mansard, or yeah, that's what it's called. All right, for your medical insurance policy. So when you click on it, you just find out, let's click on it and find out where it takes us to and the amount they expect that you have in your insurance policy. All right, so when you click on it, you can see here the insurance amount for the annual period of insurance is at least 6,000 euros. So if you have to do for 2 years, then you should have about 12,000 euros worth of insurance. But that's not what you should pay, guys. All right, so that's the worth of the insurance that you're supposed to have, and you're supposed to print out and submit when you're uploading your documents during your application. The next thing you need to have is your high school graduation certificate with grade sheets. That's your WAEC. You need to submit that. All right, here you have for candidates from third countries, compliance with the EU level must be confirmed by Estonia, ENIC, or NARIC. The school sends the students and student candidates educational documents to Estonia, ENIC, NARIC, and just to confirm your certification. Application for admission together with the acceptance of the terms of conducting the study and publication of personal data. All right, so this application is very direct and straightforward, guys. The student confirms that he or she has no obstacles to daily participation in the study in the form of contact lessons in the school environment. So if you have any stability in any way, they need you to actually come up with that. All right, to actually say, okay, this is the area that I'm lacking, this is the area that is going to affect me. All right, so the student confirmed that he or she has sufficient financial resources to cover his basic needs, living, movement, and food, and living in a dormitory to cover the expenses during his or her studies. Candidates from third countries have visa as a confirmation of coming to study minimum 6 months until this valid date. Okay, so additionally, a confirmation evidence of the basic level of English and a letter of motivation include a personal SWOT analysis must be submitted. So for your motivation letter, or for your SOP, as anyone will call it, you have to actually take your time to write it so that you stand a chance, because as you're applying, a lot of people are also applying from different countries that are going to be watching this video. So you as an individual from any part of the world that you're going to be applying for this opportunity, you need to actually put in your best foot during or when you're writing your SOP or your letter of motivation. You can actually go through what this course is about, take time and write why are you interested in the course, what is the course about, what do you need to get like a career prospect out of the course or at the end of the course. Those things are very important. What do you know about this vocational training center or vocational training school in Estonia? You need to also put in that to actually make it to stand out amongst any other application. And so the next thing to look at here is the deadline for receiving documents for student candidates from third countries, all right, is this the 16th of June 2023. The final date of admission for all the candidates is 18th August 2023, but you don't have to wait till June before you make your application. Start your applications right away. Like this video, all right, share with a lot of people. The time is still very, very ripe for you to apply. It's a straightforward way of application. Online interview will be held on these dates until this date for students who have been selected. During the online conversation, it is also necessary to complete a practical task. All right, so I'll advise that you go further and do your research about logistics if you're interested in this opportunity, so that when it's time for them to give you a practical task to do, you are going to be up at your game. The sixth thing there to note is confirmation of the interview and results will take place no later than this date, 25th of August 2023. Students who have been selected must confirm their attendance no later than 31st of August 2023. So once they send your admission letter, please make sure you confirm your attendance by probably sending them a mail or other means they will want you to send the confirmation to them. Final confirmation of results of admission of students of the study group on 1st of September 2023. The planned start of the studies is 18th September 2023, and students must be present by that date. All right, so you have all the details here. I'm going to leave the link of this page in the description box of this video or in the comment section. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, please try to put it up in the comment section as well. Another part of this for study is the part where you have work-based study. Work-based study or an apprenticeship is a form of vocational training in which at least 2/3 of the training takes place in a company. All right, so that's the same. That's also part of this vocational training. All right, so the student completes 1/3 of the studies at the school and 2/3 of the studies in a company. During the study, a specific profession is acquired by working in a company under the guidance of masters in their respective field. The study is based on a curriculum that has been developed in cooperation with a vocational education institution and a company. All right, so you have all other information that the student has 2 supervisors, one at the school and one at the company. The internship supervisor provided by the company is an experienced practitioner who supports the learner in acquiring the skills needed for professional work. The student performs various tasks in the company under the supervision of their supervisor. This is complemented by a more theoretical form of learning at the school. So you have to study and work. Another beautiful thing about it is that you will get paid. So let's look at it. The company pays the student a salary that cannot be less than the national minimum wage in Estonia. If there already exists a valid employment contract between the student and the company, no additional salary for the study shall be paid. Upon completion of the studies, the student receives a graduation certificate, and upon passing the vocational examination, a vocational certificate as well. So you're not only just going to study, you're also going to have work experience. And afterwards, after your 2 years, I bet you that with your work experience and with your study experience, you are going to be employable. That means you're going to get jobs. Not only in Estonia, you also be able to go to other European countries. Remember, Estonia is part of the European countries, all right? So you can go to other places with your experience and with your certification and get another job. All right, so that's the beautiful thing about this vocational training. So let's look at the application and other things that you need to look at to have in consideration. All right, guys, so this is the application form here. Over here, you have date, month, year, how to fill this form. That's what we're going through. Application and consent to the process of personal data. I would like to apply to the Valga County Vocational Training Center Logistician Level 5 Vocational Curriculum and give permission to submit an application in the admission, all right, information system, and to make inquiries in state registers, population registers, examination information system, Estonian education information system. So you need to tick all those ones away. I am aware and allow that Valga County Vocational Training Center will process my personal data, which are necessary for the organization of studies and better functioning of the school life. You have other things that you need to tick there. All right, your email address, your phone number, and your address. So you fill it up and then write your name and sign. And what you need to do is actually to send it to that email address that I showed you earlier on this page. This is popcool@vkok.ee. popcool@vkok.ee. I want to take us to this place where you have for candidates from third countries, compliance with the EU level must be confirmed by Estonian ENIC stroke NARIC. So this is where they're going to compare your certification with Estonia and ENIC NARIC. So let's go to the page and find out what you have. They change the language to English and you scroll down so that you have more information as to what to do. It says the academic recognition is recognition of a foreign education qualification, certification, diploma, degree issued by an educational institution or another competent authority for the purpose of further studies or to use an academic title, recognition of periods of study. All right, academic recognition also applies to the purpose of employment or other activities where a certain level of education or academic degree is required. All right, so they need to compare your documents. So when you scroll down here, you see all the information here. But what I want to draw your attention to is the fact that, because some people say, are we going to pay fee? Look at it here. You say the assessment of foreign educational credentials by the Estonian ENIC NARIC is free of charge. It's free of charge, guys. You don't have to pay for them to actually do this. That's what you have on the website. So you take your time, whatever document they ask you to submit to get an equivalent, please try to submit it. Look at some of the benefits for this vocational training opportunity. It says that the students of Valga County Vocational Training Center have the right to apply for the following allowances: study allowance, special allowance, school meal allowance, reimbursement of travel allowances or travel expenses, study allowance. Let's see what you have there. All right, so the procedure for the payment of study allowance is regulated by the study organization rules, Valga County Vocational Training Center Annex 4. Special allowance is a form of financial support for a student who has obstacles of studying, for example, a difficult economic situation. Reimbursement of travel expenses. Reimbursement of travel expenses is intended for full-time students to travel home from school and back again. All right, so you have all other information, guys. So please like this video, share to a lot of people. Kindly subscribe if you're new here. I really appreciate your support. Turn on your post notifications so you'll be the first person to know when I post beautiful information, useful content as this one. Turn on your post. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.